It seems like without me noticing, suddenly I became somewhat of a VTuber manager? Question mark. Hello there. I'm here to give my honestly my story behind this because I've been noticing lately that there's been quite a handful of people, and when I say a handful, I mean like dozens, honestly, like dozens, like of people pretty much approaching me to legit ask me like, hey, what can I do about X and Y thing when it comes to like the thing I do online, such as VTubing or being an artist. And while I have talked about this before, I feel like I've never really seen myself as a manager. I guess, you know, when you grow, people will start to ask you little by little, what is it that you do that works for you? I mean, obviously, it's homework that people are trying to do that could work for them too. So, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about my experience with that and how I feel exactly with that term. It's not like anybody has properly used it against me. It got thrown in as a joke in a conversation that I was having. But you know what? I'm very flattered. I'm very flattered, but I guess it's because I often, when I talk with people in the background, I tend to use words that seem fancy and I hate myself for using them. Things such as, oh, you have to be careful about your digital footprint. And it's like, oh, those are basic things you hear. But for some people, they may sound like fancy. But it's true. You know, that's one thing that you should also always be cautious about too. Digital footprint, whether it's like positive or negative one, it always leaves an impact on what you're trying to do. What the hell is a digital footprint? Some of you may be asking. It means, oh, basically, with a basic Google search, it basically just means like apps you follow, searches you make, information you submit online, websites, yada yada yada, all that kind of stuff. When you're a content creator in general, how are people how are people able to find you if you don't really update your socials at all? Like, what is it you need to do? Do you need to post daily, weekly? That kind of stuff is also included in the field of digital footprint. I feel like it's very essential. You don't necessarily need to follow all those steps like others do. You can leave your own kind of footprint, fingerprint, however you want to call it. It's very helpful, honestly, because imagine going to a place where someone hasn't posted in like weeks, and suddenly it feels like that creator has never existed in the first place. Or maybe they won't follow you because they think you're fucking dead. Yeah, that kind of thing. It's a fear, and it's a lot of chores, and you don't need to worry too much about it. If you made it a trademark of when you're gonna post, or how do you post usually, or when are you gonna get updates on your things in general. But I feel like more people need to be cautious about that. And by the way, that also includes your information on your other socials like Discord and your Twitch and everything. Can people click on your stuff? Are links expired? If everything typed out properly? Make sure to always check out those, because I feel like most people forget those. Even I need to update some of mine at the moment. Who knows? My community's Discord, by the way, join. It may not be working in some moments, so I probably need to update it if it stopped working suddenly. Those are little things that you can always check up really quick. Another fancy word that I've used in conversations that got me in quite the pickle one time. It's like, what the hell are you saying? Are you a manager or not? And I was like, no, it's listen, hear me out. I've been using the word lately, executive decision. And I don't mean that to sound fancy. Look, I have a bachelor's degree as a teacher. And that's even something that I threw around back in the day, because what the hell is an executive decision? It's probably an order that I have to give myself of a potential action that I need to take to stop doing something. Like if I'm doing something that may be against the flow of the stream or my career as a VTuber, if I need to stop it or if I need to move further with that or keep pushing it. Let's say I'm playing a shitty game and no one's enjoying it. I have to make the executive decision to cancel that game or bring back a game. Or it also goes for like things like editing and art and all that stuff. If I'm taking too long, I probably need to make the decision to shorten the amount of edits that I do on something. And I feel like a lot of people don't really know how to handle executive decisions. It is not easy. No one tells you these things because no one really can. It's up to you how you want to establish your own executive decisions. Yeah, those are fancy words that I use to pretty much evaluate myself as a manager. Oh wait, shit, I did it. I call myself a damn manager. I mean, I technically am. I am my own manager. Am I other people's manager? No, I can probably advise people if I look at their account whenever I do those kind of things, or I hold a post regarding those kind of things, which I really never have. But if someone, you know, if someone actually is like in the middle of like work with me, a colleague, a peer, and they suddenly approach me with that, and I'll, you know, it's always good to back each other up. Back each other, back up your homies, back up your friendlies, back up your girlies. Go out there and let them know about it without sounding like you're an obnoxious, like pretentious, I care for everything at the moment kind of deal. You know what I mean? Don't be fucking annoying with this kind of thing either, which is why I often try to avoid bringing it up all the time unless it is like asked for. And of course, if I have the time to do all that stuff. I think it's just funny how this entire thing has been happening lately more than ever. And I'm really glad. Honestly, I'm very flattered that people see me like that. I also had a very specific conversation with someone that I talked about this in the past before. I mentioned how I am someone who can't stream a lot because of my health reasons. And because of that, my performance on stream may not be the best. My performance in videos may not be the best. My reactions are pretty cool because I pretty much like have been, you know, sealing the deal on that package. I've been making the executive decision to end videos in a specific way and start them in a specific way. That sounds really cool. But when it comes to the streaming experience, I may not be the XQC, the energetic corpo VTuber or something like that can provide a really awesome experience. I'm pretty chaotic and pretty laid back at the same time. I'm cozy chaos pretty much, which is very divisive because it depends on my energy, how it's going. But I'm happy with that and I'm working with it. I'm making the executive decision to work around that, and that's what's been working with me lately. And I'm really glad that it has. I'm gonna keep working on that too. Of course, every day. The grind never stops. Even when I'm offline, I'm trying to like make the decisions. I'm even going as far as to like putting alarms of how much time I spent on like the computer, because you know that will also, it's like clocking in. I'm also considering buying the Nintendo Alarmo. Damn, I shouldn't look into that. I didn't just think about that, but imagine I can have the Alarmo in my desk right now and it's just Mario going, wahoo! Stop being a VTuber, you son of a bitch. If you came into this video expecting that this is a, here are 5 steps you need to take to be a good VTuber manager, well, you're dead wrong. I have the same energy as Doki Bird pretty much, because I'm just me. I'm just yapping and talking about my vlog. This is my vlog, by the way. This isn't a tutorial. If you were expecting like, oh, this happened, oh my god, this happened actually in a previous video where I tried to title it like, hey, this isn't a tutorial. This is more like just me yapping about things that could be helpful for you. And then people somewhere like, oh, this wasn't like cohesive. This tutorial is awful. You're awful. And I'm like, shut up. I feel, if you made it this far, please give this video a like, because I'm trying my absolute fucking hardest. Hey, higher mouse, please notice me. It's a funny post that I made on Twitter. Damn, I really appreciate that post got like 300 likes and like 1,000 something impressions. It's pretty cool. It'll be really pog if I achieve more goals this year and I keep moving forward. A lot of things. It's been already more than a year when I started Project Cyber Sane, and I made the executive decision to move from red hair to blue hair, and it was pretty good. I could go back to red hair, but I'd be shooting myself in the foot. That is actually no, I could do it in a way. I have to be smart about it. But I'm not thinking about that anytime soon or anytime later. I'm honestly, I'm very happy where I'm at with all these decisions, and I hope that I keep improving for the sake of all of you. That's just what I wanted to share today. What's been on my mind? There's been a lot more. Please make sure to join the Discord. I just uploaded the schedule. I also uploaded it in the community tab on the YouTube video. I've been trying my best to keep that up if I remember. I also heard a topic that this is like a little side quest right now. Someone talking about Vtuber managers and how odd it is to have an event manager that is a Vtuber manager. It's true because there's a conflict of interest, and that's a very key word too. So if you're out there looking for managers to manage your stuff because you can't make executive decisions, think wisely. Is it a good executive decision from you to get a VTuber manager? Because there may be a conflict of interest when it comes to all these things, and also potentially you may be losing a lot of money. If you're losing money, please be smart about it. Work together properly, good communications, don't fall for scams, people who promise things and they may not be the best or ideal. I do understand that there's a lot of people out there who probably need listening to a tutorial is not enough. I said this in one of my previous, like, quote unquote advice for learning. Tutorials are not enough. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it there. I'll see you all next week with another vlog update. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll keep you happy. Please catch me on the socials and catch me on the Twitch side and YouTube. I'm trying my best to stream on both sides. I'll see you later. Bye.